Shia, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, I saw you in IMAX. I mean, you were huge.
I'm sorry.
Very, very fun movie.
Yeah, it's
lots
overwhelming.
going on. Can you said it's overwhelming? Is that how
Sure.
you would describe it?
Sure.
Why do you use that word?
Because that was the point. The point of the movie was to reintroduce people to a magic trick. you
Yeah.
know? And we kind of blew the load in terms of spectacle of these robots the first time. You've already seen them.
Right.
And so the reintroduction of the wow factor, the risk has to be more. It just has to be bigger, stronger, faster.
Right.
And so that's exhausting.
The first time you saw it on the big screen, like the finished product, what did you think?
Yeah, just like it is. It's a lot of movie.
Right. It's a lot of movie, but we like a lot of movie.
Sure.
Lot more stunts for you, right?
Right.
Yeah. And tell me about that. You know, when you read the script, you said, okay, this is a lot more physical this time around.
I mean, there's no way to plan for like Guinness World Record type action.
Right.
It's not like. I mean, it's like being a boxer. You know, you're going to get bumps and bruises, and you expect it, and it's sort of a requisite of the movie.
Right, right. And you know, you notice, and everybody knows about your hand injury. And,
Sure.
And that is incorporated into the movie.
Yeah, it has
right.
to be. There's no other way.
Yeah, tell me, it was a scene added right after you had your accident, right?
Not right after, but
Okay.
yeah. We added a scene towards the end of the film.
Right. And how was that for you, filming that and having that incorporated as part of the movie?
It would have been real difficult if we hadn't incorporated
Yeah.
it. Sure. But yeah, it's another scene.
Right. Okay. And you, how is your hand doing now?
It's good. It's newly not broken. It's fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, it's a strange place to have an injury.
I know. I know. Wait a minute. I'm looking at you and I'm like, wait a minute. Is he doing something rude
Sure,
or
it's
something?
really like it's an aggressive injury.
It sure is. What kind of mobility do you have with your hand right
Complete.
now?
I'm going to work in August. I mean, I have complete mobility.
Oh, so that's fine. So it's healed completely, 100%, other than the fact that you have to have the
Well, it's just newly
yeah.
not broken. You know, I'm just trying to be careful with it.
I mean, this movie had to be very physical the entire time. So how much of a challenge was it for you after that particular point?
Well, it's hard to button your pants with a broken hand, you know, let alone try to make the most explosive movie of the year.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a lesson in pain tolerance.
And you also had a very close eye injury, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that. What happened?
We were in the middle of, these movies are very chaotic, you know,
Yeah.
very aggressive masculine sets, and it's a constant challenge between the crew and the cast and the other cast. I mean, it's like a very challenging atmosphere.
Right.
And we were just in the middle of some chaos, and I mistimed something and impaled my face on a spike.
Ow. Did you know at that moment how close you came to having your eye?
Yeah, I mean, I came up.
Completely out.
We filmed with Navy SEALs, and I mean, the extras in this movie are all military.
Right.
And so I came up, I had a spike in my eye, and I had blood coming down my face, and it was the dark purplish kind, which is actually a great thing, because if it had been reddish and clear, it means my eye popped. So,
But you didn't know that at the time, right? You just have some blood coming out of you.
I was doing the scene with a couple of SEALs, and there was
Yeah.
one dude named Tiny who was like a really close friend of mine, and I came up and he saw the color of the blood. He says, "You have nothing to worry about." So,
But the doctor told you it came very close to being much more serious, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what did he say to you?
I got in the ambulance, went to the hospital,
Yeah.
stitched me up, and he goes like that. I said, "Well, what is that?" He said, "Blindness."
You seem so calm about it now, but did you ever think about it afterwards and say, whoa, or are you just kind of in the moment and you're like, look, whatever I have to do to get this movie done because it's so fantastic?
You're deep in adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's almost insane. You're like, it's when I say very masculine and aggressive, I mean the most that I've ever experienced in my life. It's the closest thing I've ever
Right.
come to being on a football team or being a boxer. Or it's just very physical.